It's early Easter Sunday morning, right? It's quiet, the sun is rising, the birds are chirping. And then all of a sudden, I hear this.
We all want to get here. Everybody lies around here. Just tell the truth, River. Why don't you just go with the because that's my girl. Get the away from us.
For some reason, Ruthless was left playing in the background last night, and I hear Lacey dropping F-bombs like that's the only word in her vocabulary, right? But in this scene from episode 21 of Ruthless, the scene was about, 2 minutes. So can someone guess and tell me how many times Lacey dropped the F-bomb? Can you guess? It was 7 times. I just found that very strange for some reason. Like, you couldn't think of any other words to put in the script for her to say other than this, because 2 minutes, 7 F-bombs, that's a really, that's overkill. But that's not really what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how Lacey slayed this pig wearing a robe. I don't know. Ruth is left with no other choice, right, but to trust Lacey. Lacey has proven to Ruth that she's down for the cause and that she's truly a ride or die when it comes to making moves on the compound. Did y'all see how Lacey slayed that? How she wrestled that stuffed pig? The pig was already dead and stiff before she even got to him. And man... Leave it to a show like Ruthless to have a woman in a choir robe take a pig out. And some people may say that Lewis was the hero, but I say it was Lacey for obvious reasons. And I honestly think that this is the end for George and Lewis and Manny. And I don't know about Manny. Manny, I don't know, he seems to straddle the fence too much this season. And I really don't think that they knew what to do with his character, because at first he had a lot of Oliver's characteristics. And for those of you who are new to the series, Oliver's image and likeness, it still plays in the credits, but the HEIST killed him already. See, this is Oliver right here, who's dead, right? But we can see some of Oliver's character traits in Manny, whereas Manny first believed in the Raku, as did Oliver. Then Oliver had a revelation and, he became woke, so to speak. Then he no longer believed in the Raku and just wanted to escape, just like Manny wants to do now after he uncovered the truth, which is the Raku is just a bunch of mumbo jumbo bullshit, right? So Manny is the new Oliver in that respect, in my opinion. But Oliver, Lacey, and Paula, they've already tried this little heist scheme to hold up the HEIST. They held him up at gunpoint, and we know where that got them, right? So Lewis and George, they need to start counting their hours and their minutes there on the compound. The heist isn't all of what it seems. I mean, the only reason that I find it somewhat exciting and interesting is only because Ruth is in on it, to be honest. And I don't think that they need to trust Ruth at this point, because Ruth will flip the switch in a heartbeat. And we all know, the kind of influence that she has over Tyrone. And if her back is against the wall and if she feels threatened in any way or that her life is in danger, she's going to talk her way out of it every single time, no matter who it is. There are a lot of pieces to this puzzle and too many moving parts, too many people. And y'all, none of the people included in this heist are strong like that, right? The only real ones that I can, probably hold things down would be Lacey for the women, and for the men, Lewis. Right? Well, George too. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But River can't be trusted. Number one. Bridget, she's too green and she has a gun, right? And she's jealous and too envious of Ruth. And Joan, she's up there already folding like paper. Who else is in on it? I don't know. And then George, has he made it back with Malcolm yet? I don't know. I have to rewatch it to see, I guess. I don't know. But the foundation of this heist just isn't there. And they ain't even had a good rehearsal in to practice what they're going to do, like I said in my last video. But it's too late now. It's too late. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And George and Lewis just don't know that we've witnessed this before. And, they've already been through it. Like, this is Lacey's, third attempt at trying to escape. they've already been held at gunpoint. And some even got away off the compound, but only for so long. I mean, think about it. If it were you, and I mean, you would be leaving on foot, right? And all the heist is going to do is send Daikon and a couple of more soldiers right behind you on them four-wheelers and bring your ass right back to the compound. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And another key element that we can't forget about is the FBI is now a little bit closer than they've ever been. And we've got Aaron at the police station, camped out, waiting on this warrant. Y'all, that warrant been waiting to happen for 4 seasons now. So hopefully they'll get to it now. I mean, one of their own has already ended up dead, with countless others who are missing. Even Deputy Kate was shot by Mac. So the corrupt behavior and the dead bodies, they just keep piling up, but they can't get a warrant. Okay, whatever. We really need something big to happen here to take us out of this loop of repetitiveness that keeps happening over and over and over again, that will keep us locked in and in suspense, to the next episode. I need to see some other consequences for bad behavior other than going to the punishment trailer and the torture chair, right? I need another plot to take place other than this heist. And I don't know, no one is really skilled for, right? Only because we've seen it before. We've seen this all before. And I don't know, I just need something else to happen to move the story along. And with the history of cults and controlled religions, there's only so far you can go, only so many stories that you can tell. So I don't know, maybe we can get into some backstories. It would be interesting to see how Ruth ended up on the compound, right? Because before she got there, she was this drug addict prostitute, and that holds at least a series or 2, right? Just on that alone. And I do know that her and Tally were friends before they joined the Raku. And for those of you that don't know who Tally is, she was Ruth's best friend, and they kind of joined together, so to speak, somehow. I don't know. They never told us, that story, but I did a backstory on Tally and how she ended up on the compound. And if you haven't watched that video, I'll leave it linked up above and in the comments below. I also wanted to talk about Malcolm for just a quick moment. I really wish, like I said in my last video, that someone take him out of his misery. This dude is getting on my last nerve. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Malcolm, he's been through a lot. He has been through a lot right there on the compound, and rightly so. He's the FBI gigolo, smashing everything with legs, whether they're married or not. Doesn't matter. He's been in the torture chair. He's been in the freezer. He's now caught in this bear contraption. And we can't forget that he ate the poison sandwich, right? The one that Elder Mother had for Ruth. And he's about to regurgitate it all over George's steel toe boots. And the only reason that I'm bringing this up is because in the same way that he gave up Andrew being an FBI agent when they pulled him out of the freezer, is now the same way that he's giving up Ruth to George, saying that she helped him to escape. It's the same delivery of the lines and the same scenario almost, which I don't know, kind of confused me because George seemed a bit puzzled by the fact that Ruth would help him to escape. And I'm like, so what? Because they're on the same side here, right? I don't know, it just didn't seem like it was that big of a deal, but the way that they cut to the opening credits when, right after he said that, would lead us to believe that there was something there, but I don't know, it just didn't add up to me. But let me know what y'all think about Lacey and this stuffed pig situation and her ride or die attitude that she now has for Ruth, when at first she couldn't stand Ruth. So let me know what you guys think about this heist meltdown overall. Is it going to happen? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And if you're a fan of Tyler Perry's Ruthless, go ahead and sub to this channel for more videos just like this one. Thank you so much for tuning in today, you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.